Hello everybody, welcome. I'm Zoyos, welcome. So basically this is going to be very interesting on how it is. This is going to be a good question for you is, what's wrong with Sagittarius? What's wrong with you, okay? Now Sagittarius, this is going to be for November 18th to November 28th of 2025. So basically for you, Sagittarius, you need to pay attention to what you're going to be doing in that way, because everything's going to be interesting in how it goes, and this is how it kind of is at the moment. It's like, okay, well, you have to take a aware only stance, right, of how you're feeling. And the way how this is like, you have to understand that. You have to, how everything is. So it's like everything seems to be, wild and stuff. But the way how this is, Sagittarius, you need to pay attention on what you're going to be happening in this way. You're thinking, well, it's going to be very interesting, right? This is, how it is. And the way how you're going to replace it and have your own mobility issues, no matter what you're feeling as Sagittarius, you need to understand that. You need to believe about how everything is, right? This is how it is. So, this is the way it works. But this is how it seems to be. So, if you're wondering why my voice seems to be a little bit awkward or a little bit kind of off, I'm trying recovering from a cold, from a sickness cold that I'm not trying to have, because it's a pain in the butt of the rear, of the behind. But I'm trying to how everything is. But the way how this is the way it seems to be, and this is the way it kind of works in that way, and you have to understand that. So Sagittarius, this is going to be a reading for you for November 18th to November 28th of 2025. So let's see what's going on for you. I will look at who's on the left side, who's in the middle, who's on the right. This is how it is. It's gonna be like you versus them in this situation, in this entire quadrille of this entire way, and this is gonna be very interesting. So, this is how it is, and I'm so sorry that my voice seems to be a little bit way how it is, a little bit groggy at the moment. But this is how it works. So. This is where it happens in that way. This is how it goes. So let's see what's going on for you, Sagittarius, and this is how it is. So here we go. All right. So this is how it's going to be interesting for you, Sagittarius. The Nine of Swords does represents trauma here. You might be dealing with another Gemini Libra Aquarius in that way, because this is how it goes. So when things are not going as planned, it's like, why do you keep doing it? But the way how this is, you need to understand that. You need to believe in your own self of knowing what to do. It's like, okay, this just seems to be interesting. All right, this is how it works. Yes, but this is how it goes. So for you, you're on the left side, and that's how it goes. Now on the right side, the Eight of Pentacles reversed, it means that you have no perfection. Everything is not perfected, right? This is how it goes. And when everything is not having your own perfection, you're not being perfect. You're not, that's how it goes. I'm not trying to be mean or rude, but this is how it goes. It's like, this is the way it works in that way, whether you like it or not, but this is the way it seems to be. It's like, you need to have your own self-control to understand what you're doing in that way. It's like, alright, I know what to do, but this is how it goes, right? This is the way it works in that way. You have to go with the flow, and when you do it, that's the way it is. So let's see what's going on. So I'm going to figure out who's on the left side for you. Same thing with yours, you already have a career. And the Three of Wands to yours, there's no communication because you're not communicating. I have no idea why you're not communicating, Sagittarius, but you need to understand that, right? The Seven Pentacles reverse, you already have a career because you're focusing on that. You're focusing about what's going on in that way, so you understand that. Let's see what this Eight Pentacles about on the right side. That's got to separate. There's endings. King of Swords here, there's no knowledge. But Nine of Pentacles separate you're being comfortable. Yeah, because everything is perfect, right? Everything is like comfortable, but this is how it goes. Everything is not perfect. But the way of this is where if you have endings, or if you're saying that you are basically in love with Scorpio, or you're focusing on Scorpio because you want Scorpio. You want Scorpio as a water sign. You want him to be nurtured and purified and everything else, right? You want Scorpio, and that's how it is, right? Because you're focusing on that. You're focusing about what's happening in that way, whether you like it or not, right? This is like how it is. This is not a, long term or short term, but the way of this is the way of how it goes. So let's see what's going on. So let's see between this 3 wands and this 7 pentacles. Let's see what's going on for you, Sagittarius. Wheel of Fortune is alright, you want to have good luck on your side. 4 Swords is upright because you want rest. The Devil is upright, you're based on obsession because you want Scorpio, right? You're having obsessions because you're thinking about Scorpio, you want Scorpio, you want him, that's how it goes. And when you're focusing on Scorpio, as a water sign, as a zodiac sign, you pay attention to it. So you might be dealing with another Capricorn as another earth sign, but the way of this is, Sagittarius, you need to how it goes in that way. It's like you need to be nurtured, you need to be mortified, you need to do how it is in that way, because you have to clarify on how you're feeling in that way. What's this 9 Pentacles about? The 9 Swords severed, there's drama here. Chariot is severed, there's progress. 3 Swords severed, there's heartbreak. Yeah, because you're feeling sad, you're whimpering, you don't know what to do. It's like you're saying to yourself, it's like, well, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to put things into perspective. It's like, why me? Because that's how it goes, right? It's like you need to understand where this is like above and beyond of this situation, no matter how it works, right? It's like you're basically having your own way and knowing what to do. That's how it goes. What's this Devil card about? The Chariot reverse, there's no progress. The Devil's alright, there's obsessions. The High Priestess is alright. So you're using your inner voice, obviously, but when you're focusing on having obsessions and addictions and all that stuff, you're focusing on Scorpio. And no matter how you're focusing on that. It's like you want things to happen, you want to do it, you want to be creative, you want to do that, you want to be, have your own show on the road, whatever it is, because you're in tune. And when you're in tune, that's how it goes in that way. It's like you're focusing on that. You're focusing on what's happening in that way. What's the 3 of Swords? Lovers of Earth, there's no decisions. Justice here, you're not telling the truth. You're lying about something, like they are lying about something, and basically it's the Sun card of yours, there's negativity, right? So now they are having negativity. You basically want Scorpio, you're basically thinking about Scorpio, you want to be obsessed about Scorpio, you want things to happen with Scorpio, right? That's all you talk about, right? So I'm not trying to make you laugh, but in the way how this is, I am, because it's very interesting. It's very difficult to understand what's going on in that way, whether you like it or not, but then you're trying to do that. You're not trying to play games. But well, this is, you need to focus on that, right? So it's like everything's going to be all interesting on how it goes. What's speaking is High Priestess card for you. High Priestess here, there's no inner voice. The Emperor here, there's no structure. The Death card is upright, there's endings. Yeah, because they're focusing on Scorpio, right? So they didn't say that. So when I said that there was a Death card on the right side, where you're focusing on Scorpio, and then you're focusing on Scorpio on you, because you're focusing on that, Sagittarius. It's like things are going as planned because you're thinking about that. You're thinking about what's going on, whether you deserve it, you enjoy it, but the way of this is, it's like, this is how it goes, right? This is the way it works, whether you like it or not, but that's how it goes. What's this Sun card about? The Judgment is upright, you're making action. The Magician reverse, there's no skill. The Wheel of Fortune, sorry, you're having good luck. Obviously there is, because you're basically knowing about having good luck on their side compared to you, right? So it's like you need to understand where you're focusing on the way how it is. Like you're focusing on the left, right, and center, right? That's how it goes, and you understand that, right? So you understand what's happening. So let's see what's this Death card about. The Hermit is upright, you want solitude. Wheel for Heroes, you're having bad luck. Magician is alright, you want skill. Obviously there is, because you're focusing whether yes you're having bad luck, but the way all this is, you're focusing about having a soulmate, or you're focusing about having Scorpio with you at all times, but then it's like, okay, well, this is going to be very interesting, I know what to do. Yes, but the way how this is, you need to go with the flow. You need to pay attention, whether you like it or not, right? That's how it goes. What's the Wheel of Fortune about for them? Test reverse, there's no healing. The Emperor, there's no structure. The Devil card is upright. There's obsessions and addictions. Yeah, because for them, they're focusing about having addictions towards you. So basically, whether you're focusing on another Capricorn or Scorpio, it does not matter. But what this is, it does matter, right? So it's like you need to focus on how you're going to be explaining or basically displaying of how you're feeling, of how your emotions are. So let's see what's going on. So tell me what's going on with this Magician card for you, Sagittarius. So let's see. Moon is upright, there's misrotations, Three of Cups are, there's the excitement, and the Ace of Swords are, there's basically understanding here, because you're understanding. So you might be dealing with another Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you might be dealing with another Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but you're focusing on about having the moon energy, Sagittarius, where you're focusing about having that, having that magic touch, whether you like it or not, right? So you have to believe in order to do that, right? And there are things that you must learn in order to do that, right? That's how it goes. And when you do it, it's like, okay, well, I know how I can do it. I know how I can face it. I know how I can do it in that way. Alright. But that's how it goes. So there are things that you must learn first in order to do that, right? That's how it goes. And when you do it, so seriously, you pay attention. Whether you have an understanding, but you pay attention to it as well. What's this Devil card about? Five of Cups over, there's grief. Nine of Swords over, there's drama. And Queen of Cups over, there's empathy. Yeah, because there are two sides of the story here. One makes sense, one doesn't make sense, right? You decide, right? By the way, this is, whether if they are focusing on Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Gemini, or Aquarius, or another Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, it does not matter to them, right? So, Sagittarius, it's like you versus them in this situation, whether you like it or not, but it does compare the way how this is, whether you need to understand that, right? You have to focus on your criteria, your own basis, whatever it is, because you focus on that. You focus about what's happening, and you have to understand that, right? You have to believe in order to do that, right? You have to know what to do in that way, whether you understand it or not, but it all depends on your point of view. That's how it goes, right? That's how it seems to be. So what's in the middle of this situation? The Seven of Cups here. So there's basically no delusion here, alright? So that's how it goes. So I basically understand that this is the way of how it goes. So let's see what's going on for the Seven of Cups here. Nine of Cups here, there's no romance. Ooh. Three of Pentacles here, there's no excitement. The Empress over their structure. Alright, so basically that's how it goes. When you have the Nine of Cups reversed, there's no romance here. I have no idea why, but the way how I'm going to be skeptical about this, whether you pay attention to it, whether you decide, that's how it goes. So let's see what's happening with this Emperor card in the middle of this situation. Let's see. Five of Swords over, there's conflict. Alright, so that's basically not a good sign, whether you're having conflict or not. But the way of this is, it's like you need to focus about not having conflict, right? You have to get along, right? That's how it goes. But when you keep doing this, there's something that's going to be bound to happen, like a bad situation, a bad outcome. But if you keep doing this, whether you have understanding or misunderstanding, whatever, you understand about who knows in this situation, right? This is how it goes. So I'm going to clarify this Five of Swords here, because I'm going to clarify it. I'm going to see what's going on. So I'm going to do one card for this. The Fool reverse. So there's no change. Alright, that's a good sign. Let's see what's going on with this Fool card here. That was alright, you're making decisions. Alright, that's how it goes. Right? So you're focusing on making decisions already. And let's see what's going on with this the opposite of this Lovers card. The Strength card is upright. You want strength, yeah, because you want bravery, right? You want to have things to go your way or not all. But the way how I can see it, the way how I can express it, the way how it goes, right? It's like you need to understand whether you do what you can in order to understand that, right? That's how it goes. So let's see what's going on in this situation. So let's see. So let me understand this. Let's see. So let's see who's on the left side, who's in the middle, and who's on the right. So I'm going to clarify. So let's see. King Cups over. There's support here on the left side for you, Sagittarius. Alright, what's in the middle of the Strength card? The world of the earth is incompletion. Alright, what's on the right side for them? The Six of Pentacles. Alright, there's kindness. Alright, so they want to be kind. You want to have support, but then you have basically incomplete, right? That's how it goes. So when something is incomplete, you need to complete it, right? That's how it goes, right? So I'm going to figure out what's happening in this situation. So let me see if I can focus on this. Let's see that I can focus. So let's see. Let me focus. So what's going on with this King Cups here for Sagittarius? Okay, so we have the Temperance reverse, there's no healing. Okay, what's this World card about? The High Priestess, alright, you're using your inner voice. Or what's this Six of Pentacles about? The Two of Pentacles, alright, you're balancing. Alright, so that's how it goes, where you're balancing two things at once. Alright. Does it explain something to me? Or in this one tarot reading, I mean? Let's see what this Temperance card about. For you, Sagittarius. The Seven of Wands here, there's no resilience. Eight of Pentacles here, there's no prosperity. Nine of Cups here, there's no fulfillment. Six of Cups is over, there's the past. Yeah, because you're stuck on the past. You're stuck on the past because things are not going as planned, but you're focusing on the past. You're thinking about the past conversations, the past memories, whatever it is, because you need to focus. You're focusing on Scorpio. That's what you want, Sagittarius, I can tell. But the way this is, you keep, representing yourself. Whether you have a relationship, whether you don't have a relationship, as like having no romance, but then you have romance, right? This is like how it goes, right? So it's like you're not having any scandal or anything like that. But in this briefing, you understand what's happening. So what's this High Priestess about? The Five Cups is over, there's grief here. Two of Wands is over, you're planning on something, alright? What's this Two of Pentacles about? Six of Swords is over, there's movement. And Nine of Pentacles is over, there's trust. Yes. So it's like you need to believe in order to do that, right? That's how it goes. So you need to focus on your own sensitivity. What's this Two of Wands about? The Six of Wands here, so there's no achievement. King of Wands here, there's no support, there's no leadership. King of Swords here, there's no knowledge. Queen of Pentacles here, there's no prosperity. Page of Pentacles here, there's no prospects. Eight of Pentacles here, there's no perfection. Ten of Swords here, there's no conclusions. Three of Cups here, there's no excitement. Four of Wands here, there's no, you're not getting married, you're being single, right? That's how it goes. Now, Pentacles Aries, you're feeling uncomfortable. Pisces Aries, there's no loyalty, like you don't have any education, I mean. For Aquarius Aries, there's no distraction. Five Pentacles Aries, there's no insecurity. Seven Pentacles Aries, you already have a career. Nine of Swords Aries, there's no trauma. King Cups Aries, there's no support. 10 Pentacles Aries, there's no wealth. Wow. Because you're basically saying that you already have money, but then it's like, no, you're not, but then you do, right? It's like almost like a back and forth situation, right? That's how it is. So let me clarify. There's 10 Pentacles here for you, Sagittarius. The Hierophant is upright, yeah, because you want guidance. Yeah, that's how it goes. I can see that happening in that way because you're focusing on that. So let's see what this universe is saying here. Let's see. Let's see what this universe is saying for November 18th to November 28th of 2025 for Sagittarius. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what the universe is saying here. So I'm going to go from the middle to the right, middle to left. 8 Pentacles over, there's perfection. Page Swords over, there's education. Ace Swords is upright, there's an understanding. 5 of Wands yours, there's no chaos. 3 Pentacles yours, there's no excitement. 8 Wands over, there's speed. Yeah, because there's speed here. So when you have speed, as in they have speed because they're focusing on that, right? They're focusing about what's going on in that way, whether they focus on that, right? They understand about their understanding, and you understand your understanding as well, but you pay attention to it no matter how it is, because if everything's perfect, you understand about what's going on, right? It's like, this is the way how it goes in that way. That's between the middle and left side. Here, reverse, there's no stillness. 10 of Wands upright, I mean. There's burdens here. Page 1 is upright, there's invention. Wheel of Fortune, there's basically bad luck. 8 Pentacles here, there's no growth. 5 Swords is upright, there's conflict. Yeah, because that's how it goes. It's like you want to be exactly how it is in that way, whether everything's going to be all great, but that's how it goes in that way. It's like, this is the way how it seems to be, whether you're trying to be comfort of how it goes in that way. It's like, this is how it goes. What's the middle of this situation? 5 Cups reverse, there's no grief. 6 Cups reverse, there's no past. Ace of Cups yours, there's no satisfaction. 2 Wands yours, there's no planning. 4 Wands yours, there's no celebration. Wow. And the Strength card yours, there's no bravery. Huh. Opposite. Page Cups yours, there's no loyalty. Queen Pentacles yours, there's no stability. 9 Cups over, there's fulfillment. Yeah, because everything's fulfilled. So it's like, you know, everything has to be all great, but this is how it goes, right? This is how it seems to be, right? This is the way it works, but this is how it goes in that way. So, you know, Sagittarius, you need to pay attention, whether you like it or not. This is the way how it goes, but you understand that, right? You have to believe in order to do that. You have to believe and behave as a wonderful kind, right? That's how it goes, and you need to believe that, because if you depend on your behavior, as in your emotions, as in if you're feeling happy, feeling excited, feeling, you know, that's how it goes, right? But if you're happy to be in love, and let's say you're in love with Scorpio, you know, I said that multiple times, right? If you're in love with Scorpio as the man, and the Sagittarius as the woman, and if you're paying attention to that, you versus them, as in you as a Sagittarius, and then for Scorpio, you pay attention to whoever you're basically planning on, right? Planning about having your life with, right? That's how it goes. And whether you do it, it's like it's your choice, right? It's no matter how it works. It's no matter how it is. You're not playing mind games. You're not trying to focus on that. But if you're focusing on each other and you pay attention to each other and you like what you do, whether having conversations, whether you're basically having your own your own ways of having your own strategies or whatever else. It's like you pay attention no matter how you're feeling, right? And that's how it goes. So before I let you all go, try to pay attention about this situation, no matter how it is. But this is how it goes, right? This is the way it works, and this is the way it happens. But I guarantee you that this is how it goes in that way, whether you like it or not, whether you're going to do it. But this is how it goes. So I hope you all like this video. Please understand it. Please give it a like. Please leave a comment if you want. But this is how it goes in that way, and this is how it seems to be. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day to all, and I'll see you next time when I do, and this is how it goes. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Thank you, and have a nice day. Thank you. Bye for now. Really, thank you, and thanks, and bye.